What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Dawn of War Definitive Edition cast brought to you by Dusty Minister. For this one, guys, I got an IG versus SM matchup on Fata Morga, so let's get it. On the top side, we got Iris Out. Iris Out is gonna go for 2 guardsmen, we'll go for the tech priest, and then a 3rd guardsman. We'll go for the infantry command and a plasma generator. He changes his mind and actually goes for double engineer priest or tech priest. That's a weird opening. And on the bottom side, we got Nascent, who went for an even more weird opening. Okay, I love it. Okay, so Nascent, he went for... I'm pretty sure he went Scout Servitor, and then he went for Chapel Barrack. Goes for Plasma Generator. This is... bruh. Okay. This opening is very niche. I've seen it against IG. You upgrade this LP to LP2, and then you get like decent eco. You get this Space Marine squad to capture one of the points. It's like the Stalin build order-ish. It's very much like the Stalin build order. You get 1 capper, and then you get the main infantry to just cap 1 of the points. Just make sure that the scout squad doesn't die, which is gonna be very, very tough. Iris Out, no joke, went for 3 tech priest engineers. That is so weird. Both players are making like weird openings. Okay, this is gonna be a good game to cast. I can already feel it. So Iris Out, he's already been on our channel. Very, very powerful IG player. Extremely strong if he doesn't kind of mess up, which he sometimes does. And Nascent, I'm pretty sure I only have Soulstorm games of Nascent, but Nascent is a very, very powerful player as well. He's definitely one of the strongest SM players we have on the ladder, that's for sure. Psyche is now out. Yeah, so another Space Marine squad is gonna come out. He can do this because he only went for 1 capper. Command squad is gonna disengage, actually. Space Marine squad is out. Good defense from Nascent. I don't know what these guys are talking about. Nascent is upset by something. Not even checking, lol. He's talking about the gen? Yeah. I think the reason why Nascent is like, why didn't you check the gen? I'm gonna check. I'm pretty convinced that Iris Out saw it because he was so close to the wall. And the Psyker increases the sight range, so he would see the gen if it was here. If the gen was closer here, he wouldn't be able to see the plasma gen. But yeah, I guess Nascent thinks otherwise. I'm 99% sure Iris is seeing this. So 2 listening posts is upgraded instantly. This one will be finished as well. Needs to be careful now because Iris is making a push. And Iris is going tier 2. What is going on? This is so aggressive. So he's skipping one of the listening posts to get this plasma gen, and then he's going for early tier 2. And he's going to capture this point. This is the weirdest game of, like, early game I've seen in this matchup for sure. So, bad news for yeah, I was about to say Nascent could go tier 2 himself. So, bad news for Iris Out is that he has not killed any builders or any scouts, which is a very bad sign for an IG player. If he does not deal enough damage for an SM player, he gives an opening for the SM player to actually get like smoothly into tier 2. And if the SM player does that, he can do some real damage to the IG player, and it doesn't matter what build order IG does. However, bad news for Nascent is that he didn't kill anything on the other side on Iris. This is kind of why, not to be a downer here, But this is why I dislike this map. It's like it's so tough to get into the opponent's base. Like Iris out was very afraid because there was like already a force commander and a space marine squad, so he was afraid getting too deep into the base. And yeah, it's even worse for Nascent. Imagine getting into this base against IG, right? Now, Iris is gonna get his he's gonna get his priest, and he's gonna go for the targeting or satellite targeting resolution. He's gonna go for the grenade launchers and will transition into weapon specialization. It is an extremely expensive thing to just invest in. That's so much power, which is why it's detrimental for IG to lose their command squad members, because they cost 40 power. Not the commander, it costs 25, but still, that's a lot of power just losing that. Nascent is transitioning into Sacred Artifact. So I think I've said this a million times about this matchup, is that IG has high power cost and SM has very high requisition cost. If SM loses too much requisition and he has to reinforce his Space Marine members, he's gonna be delayed in tech a lot. IG isn't, because Guardsmen literally cost nothing. However, if the command squad is gonna die with a member or two, it's gonna be very expensive to get all these upgrades. I don't know how much power that is. That is so much power, so you cannot also, and that's without talking about the grenade launchers and the plasma guns coming in. Okay, Sacred Artifact with a Librarian coming in. We're gonna get a nuclear bomb smite. Nope. Nice on Nascent to not do it, and nice of very, very important for Iris to disengage into the Chimera. Nascent has this critical location, meanwhile Iris had that one. I think Iris is smelling it out though. Shin Cult coming in. Armory also got built. So this was early Sacred Artifact into Armory into Machine Cult. Yeah, these scouts died. This is actually extremely bad for Nascent. Nascent is gonna go for the missile launches though. Iris needs to be extremely careful. Oh, in comes the Skull Probe actually. Nasty stun here. We're gonna get the Librarian to get a huge smite. Yeah. This is absolutely nasty. Also, these Guardsmen, I think they were stuck into the Chimera. This is why Iris is very mad about this. Massive damage though. This is huge. Stuck in the Chimera. Yeah, that's so bad. Oh, looks like we have a Skull Probe. Can stun the Sentinel instead, actually. Meanwhile, we had a little bit of a, I don't know, was this some scouts? Can't really see. This is just body parts. Iris out is gonna go instantly tier 3.
My devotion is assured.
Grenades coming in. Assault Marines also coming in for Nascent. Gonna get another start. This is very good that Nascent goes for the Skull Probes like this. Oh, will Iris get out? Yes, he gets out, but can shoot this Chimera anyway. The Tech Priest was in here. Interesting. That's why Iris went for that third Tech Priest. He wanted to get in here and do that. Nice one. Well played, Iris. Nah, it was because he wanted to build more LPs at the same time, I think. And what he sacrifices by that is not going the Commissar. Iris has a tendency to delay Commissar if he even gets the Commissar in the first place. He likes to go 3 Guardsmen instead, or apparently this opening as well. Basilisk coming in as well. But yeah, Iris has a very weird very weird style in my opinion. Okay, Librarian. Oh, the smite would have been absolutely nasty. Nice dodge by by Iris here. Okay, in comes the assault marines though. Basilisk coming out. Nascent is really, really good microing here, but this Librarian is taking a little bit too much damage, actually. Assault Marines cannot hold on, I think, and in comes the tier 3 power spike, and actually the Librarian died. And yeah, there's no tier 3 for Nascent. He's all in tier 2.5. Oh, Basilisk is nasty, dude. Yeah, Nascent is gonna go for the Rhino transport.
The Emperor protects. Death is purest when it is unquestioned. Rhino transport deployed.
Does actually rebuild the scout. I even think he built 3 scouts overall. I didn't see who died there. Yeah, Kassakin's now out. This is actually really, really not good for Nascent. He's gonna rebuild his Librarian. What a lot of people does not realize, Nascent knows this, but it's sometimes subconsciously you don't think about it. But these Sentinels actually deal pretty good damage against commanders, which is kinda like, why? Relic, if you're watching, you can actually nerf this.
This is where the Emperor's will brings us.
Alright, Ogryn's coming in. Should be switching a focus on these Ogryns, because these guys are not taking that much. Oh my god, this Basilisk. Oh my god, dude.
We will not falter another step. We stand ready. Rhino ready. Fear the night.
This is nasty defense from this is very, very nasty defense from Iris. Yeah, in comes the smite, but I actually think this machine cult is going down in time. Even if it isn't, look at all this army that's coming in now. Gotta focus the Sentinel. Little bit of a misfocus. This machine cult is probably getting saved by Nascent, but it's looking really dire for him. Ogryn's coming in. Oh, these Kaskins, dude. That damage is huge. Looks like Nascent got a heavy bolter for this one. In comes the Assault Marines. Gonna tie up these Kassakins. Nascent is kind of stuck tier 2, isn't he? Gonna get another Assault Marine. Problem for Nascent is he has to stay tier 2. He cannot compete against Iris Out. However, bad news for Iris Out is he actually did lose all of this, which I didn't talk about, which means his requisition eco is really garbage. His power eco though is really, really good. And oh no, oh my god, this blue global is gonna be nasty. This blue global is gonna be extremely nasty. It's gonna get even worse when all these LPs are up. Kassakin's coming in. A decent catch by Nascent. He's gonna kill the Sentinel. But look at this. Iris is just ready for the counterattack. Dreadnought actually was built. Yeah, Nascent, he's gonna lose these scouts. They cannot survive this. Is Nascent gonna do a little bit of a base race? He might actually do it. It's the Basilisk against the world. But this is a servitor against the world. Oh my god, this is going to be nasty for Nascent. He's gonna jump in. Look at this eco after that global. Oh nah. Even the assassin is coming in for Iris. All things considered, Nascent has a decent economy. But yeah, this is not good. Basilisk is about to go down. Okay, now we have a huge fight in here, and this is gonna be a nasty tier 3 push coming in for Iris. Nasty stun right here. In comes the Librarian, though. These Assault Marines are decapping here, but they need to jump in because they need to help their Battle Brothers instantly. Nasty fanaticism also coming in. This means Librarian can't really hit a smite currently. But Nascent is definitely dealing a good damage, but oh, this looks like Iris just a little bit too powerful. The fanaticism is very, very, very strong. Smite ability cannot land. Yeah, Nascent is not happy about this effing BS race. Yeah, this I do talk with Nascent sometimes, and yeah, he really thinks this race is actually super busted. I see where he's coming from, to be honest. IG is a very powerful race. Let's talk about it, though, because, again, I will always repeat, guys, I'm not a pro player. Let's just make that very clear. I'm not a pro player. Okay, a couple of things. One, this opening by Nascent, I really don't like it. There's a couple of reasons why I don't like it. So, first of all, when you have one scout, it's a pretty good early game from him, right? He has the gen, and he has the Force Commander, and he has the Space Marine squad, right? So he gets to have his cake and eat it too, in terms of getting his generator and getting his and getting his army, right? Usually Space Marines can't do both, but here they can because they're skipping that one capper. Problem is, not only does that delay your capture speed, obviously because the scout has to capture this, and then the relic, and then this critical location. But the second problem that also comes in is that, and this is actually the real reason why I don't like this opening. Space Marines cannot contest the critical locations. In fact, Iris Out just got this for free, which isn't like completely horrific, but considering he went for like 2 guardsmen, that's kind of crazy, to be honest. And in this matchup, in my opinion, not having the taken hold is actually kind of bad, because especially on a map like this, because if IG does not, like, IG is such a bunker monster race. There's no other race like them. Some races can get there, but like not like there's no, if IG chooses to bunker up, no other race can get close. And this map is so tight. Like this whole area here, even though there's this terrain in here, this point is very close to the HQ. And this terrain just helps like basilisks. Like basilisks can have almost this whole, whoops. If it's placed like here or something, it literally covers this whole area, and even a little bit out at the bridge and stuff. So it's super easy to just defend this area for IG. Now I get it, there's nuances, it depends on the matchup and stuff, but at least against SM it's super hard to penetrate the base of IG. It just is. It's really, really tough. So what you have to do against IG is like, okay, you can hide in your base, but I'm gonna make sure you at least have to get out here and take the critical locations. IG has a horrific time in the bigger picture to actually deal with that, especially if IG only went for two guardsmen, which is not unlikely on a map like Fata Morgana. In fact, that's actually meta. Iris Out would normally go for 3 guardsmen. For some reason, he just keeps on doing that. But in this case, he didn't even do that. He just went for a 3rd Tech Priest, which is like, I don't know, bro. Like, Iris Out is such a weird player. But what I'm trying to say is, like, IG has to decap or fight. And no matter which version of that is, they need to get out of the base in the first place. So they can't just hide. And SM could just be like, okay, fine, I'm gonna defend these critical locations and I'm gonna murder you. Or at least you're paying a price, is what I'm trying to say. Nascent, in my opinion, could have gone for a faster tier 2. Maybe. I must admit, I wasn't entirely paying attention to his macro. However, I would assume that the reason why he delayed that tier 2 a tiny bit was because he wanted to upgrade these two LP2s, to like cover up for some of his eco falling behind because of the cap order and stuff. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say, just in the bigger picture, I hate this opening because you need the critical locations to actually make IG to get out. However, I understand I 100% understand the rationale behind this opening. It's just like, yeah, it's not, yeah, whatever. It's not good. Here's the other mistake that Nascent did, and he didn't even realize, I guess, but like, if he's watching this right now, I know he pops up from time to time. Obviously him placing this generator here, I understand it's such a quote-unquote small thing, but that was a mistake. That was a mistake. I'm pretty sure All Seeing Eye has an opening on this map where he places the barrack like this, and then the gen over here, so he switches their positions. So he still gets to cover this area. The generator is a little bit deeper in, so if the command squad gets around, he has to get here instead of here. And as you saw here, this actually kind of punish. By the way, this looks like a Command and Conquer bunker. I love it. From China, I think. Whatever. But you saw it actually low-key punished Nascent because Iris did see this generator because he was this close to this area. I know this is such a small thing, but it just meant that Iris did not have to get into the base, get hit by this LP too, get hit by, there was a tactical Space Marines on his way. It would have been a Force Commander and a tactical Space Marines, or two tactical Space Marines. It depends, because obviously Nascent would have to defend on this side. But what I'm trying to say is, at least the command squad would have to take a risk. But instead, Iris was like, oh, I saw that generator, I'm good, bro. You know? Which is a mistake, obviously. It's a very, very small one. But like, you can see it in the bigger picture. It was obviously punishing Nascent in a very, very unlucky way. And also not having the command squad get a little bit deeper is obviously a slight mistake, right? Another thing that I think was a little bit problematic for Nascent, and this is just in the grand scheme of things, I think this sacred artifact from him is kind of not good. I would rather have him just go for faster machines, like faster, like I don't know, Tempest, but like Tempest, I would have loved him to maybe go some land speeders. You know, I would have liked him to go down that direction, especially now that Space Marines doesn't need the armory anymore to do that. Because they can still get their Rhino, they can get the land speeder crack missiles, you know, all of that, right? They can get that. But the Librarian, in my opinion, is just way too easy to counter for, they're just way too easy to counter for IG. The only moment where I could see the Librarian being good is if you know the IG has no Chimera. If you know that, then Librarian is kind of OP, you know? Or you can easily defend the critical locations. What's a map that I can... Quest Triumph is actually a pretty good example. Like, Quest Triumph, because the critical location would be here, and then you only have to defend the middle one, and IG has one here, right? If you picture Quest Triumph for you. On this map, it's hard because, like, they're all kind of in the middle and everyone has access to them easily and stuff. But on Quest Triumph, you can kind of, like, have rocket launchers in the middle here. And if you have control over the take and hold, you can have the, what's it called? You can have the Librarian wait at this big critical location, and the missile launchers, if a Chimera is coming in, you can shoot down the missile launcher, you know, or you can shoot down the Chimera, and then the guardsman would have to like get in there and try and decap, and the Librarian would just be like, I'm waiting for you, bro, I can nuclear bomb smite you, right? So in those moments, I could see the Liberian, but I just don't like the Liberian, just in general against IG. Well, I love him for the memes. I think I casted a game, Tornado versus Jober, where he just literally murdered like 3 squads or something by just one nuclear bomb button, right? So in that case, I love the Liberian, but just if you want to win the game, I think he's a little bit, you know, I don't know about that one. So faster vehicles would have been better. Even standard build order, I think. Even standard build order, get faster assault marines would be better. Yeah, I don't think there's other details I could get into, but this is just my opinion. I think Iris is a very, very powerful IG player. I think currently he's top 3. So he's super, super smart and obviously real good. And I think if Nascent had a little bit of a different opening and maybe a different map, because this is IG favored pretty significantly. If he had a different map and he did a different opening, he would definitely give Iris a run for his money, because Nascent is a very, very powerful Space Marine player. Don't get it twisted. Guys, thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. Peace.